gave its kind of initiation on the bears, but that's kind of why I was kind of, you know what I'm saying, steadily watching it. 'Cause it was just playing in its zone, but on AU it was more so for clearing, you know what I'm saying, like drop down. Um, but like I said, I'm just targeting these lows here, nothing too crazy because it could still come in this area and continue buying up on the major. Like I said, the major move on it is bullish. The major trade is just on this pullback of that initial bullish move. But looking at over here, like I said, I got these breaks. So um from it making that recent high, it's been on a bearish move. And like I said, this is my zone that I had for buys, but it broke through here. So that's why I had it respecting this zone here, which is where the most recent highs was at. And then it's like I said, once I start from the higher time frame, you'll really be able to see it. But like I said, tapped into this zone here, got that space, tapped into it, and respected it down. But also, like I said, on the whole major move, this could be just a pullback on this leg for it to come back, retrace here, and continue on those buys um, to attack these highs here. So, like I said, overall, um, definitely looking at buys, waiting for buys. So, for the make, like I said, for the damn near the long term move to these next highs. Let's see what else I had. EU, I mean EA. Yeah, EA bought from the zone. It was at this morning. Let me see. Like I said, it broke. It was having this little trend line, whatever, respecting those sales. But like I said, it's really consolidation. Um, Once it broke that trend line, it gave a retest, and that's where I got okay. I was like, look, I was looking at it already. I was like, if it breaks here, I can see it, like I said, coming back into this red zone. Wishing one of the Telegram chats I updated my overall analysis on it. And like I said, once it broke that, okay, it confirmed for the buys. But like I said, it's just to fill in that gap. Overall, this shit bearish as hell. You know what I'm saying? But it's gonna give you those pullback moves. You know what I'm saying? Boom. So that's what we got there. So today overall it would have been like I said, it's bullish. Came up, respected these highs here. And it's keeping it in between the zone. So the fact that it's still in this zone here, I'm still looking at bearish moves, bearish you know what I'm saying, entries, looking at sales. But like I said, if it comes and break this zone with like the wick, I'm not wick breaks, but the candle breaks and just overall closes in this area, that's when I'll be okay looking at okay, continue, maybe continue up here into this area and then continue selling off. But like I said, right here, since this is the next high, I have it. This is like I said, quote unquote, the psychological stop levels of like, all right, ideally, if it goes past here, this is where I be changing. Okay, I'm not as bearish no more. You know what I'm saying? It's still starting to continue breaking these highs, and like I said, since it broke this high here, and to break these highs, and if it still can respect this low, okay, like I said, I'll be looking at okay, it can continue past this level here and continue back up here and look for these sales. But like I said, overall, the major move you should be looking for is the sell move. So looking for a buy, it wouldn't be that probable. Like you could catch a play on the buys, but like I said, the more probable and like damn near risk free trade is gonna be your sales and catching it on the highest point of that next, you know what I'm saying, that most recent high. Because as you can see, EA is one of those things. Like shit, once it's in that trend, it might give you a break here. Like I said, it get broke. But like I said, on this major hold, this whole leg, it never really give that. It doesn't give a bullish. It just gives a retracement to these higher zones. Um, that it could retrace to. So like I said here, shit, it retraced closer to this gap here. Literally rejected off, sold. So Like I said, I'm bearish. And also, like I said, when this is one of the things I had marked up of earlier last month, and it's been continuing on. Let me go to Bitcoin. I know that's been shaking ass for real. Like, so this morning, prices in this area. This
Damn.
was my initial buy, I mean my initial sell. I was waiting for price to break this and come back and retrace here. And then as you can see, bro, from this entry, this is the one I sent in the chat. This is the main one that I was worried about. I wanted it
Yeah.
to break, come back, retest, and it doesn't give that what's that drawdown or anything like that. It came, broke, retested that, and it's going to continue down to this level here. And as you can see, bro, I'm only really trading levels to levels. I'm not worried about um I don't even know, like just the extra shit that people be talking about. It's just really just levels. If it's in this area, okay, where's the next level can go to? It's gonna go down. It's gonna take out these lows. Even if it want to continue high, you know that price is going to take out those lows to continue high. And the same thing if it's going down, it's gonna come up here and take out these highs to continue down lower. But like I said, looking at just how Bitcoin has been going, once it was in this area, I was like, okay, it could bounce up and then, like I said, we come back in here and then try to catch a sell here. I'm like, but really, now I'm looking at it. Like I said, just seeing how when it came in this area here, this it's very, and then like I said, from this looking at it earlier this morning, these breaks, like I said, just seeing it in real time, it's like okay, you is it something like you just know like okay, I'm gonna respect. Clearly making lower lows. It's respecting these lows as it's coming up. Is this area? And like I said, this is a significant zone. So from this zone, it can either buy or sell. It still has sales momentum. I'm looking at sales. So like I said, from now, see since it's green, I was looking to buy from there. We're gonna go change it red. And these zones stay the same. My buy zones and my sell zones, it just switch depending on what the market, what price is doing and what the market is doing. So like I said, it broke this zone, so now I'm trading this next zone. And this is one of my major zones from like before. So looking at how the trend is going now, you would just go even higher. So like I said, you would go even lower. So I got a trend. I'm gonna go to the weekly chart so you can really be able to see it. But like I said, I got the initial break. This was the area that it was at this morning was an area that it already retested at and broke out from. But knowing that the trend that it's on and knowing that it broke these recent lows here and how it broke and never retested these lows here, oh man, it came for this low. Okay, bet we gonna target this whole leg right here. So, like I said, Biz, he told me earlier, look at the fib and go to it. I This was already marked before he even told me about the fib, but even the fib showed low, like fib was, you know what I'm saying? That shit showing that and here and looking at the market and looking at the zone, it didn't even it came and tapped into it, but it could still come in between 45, take this out, and then that could be, you know what I'm saying? So overall,
Yeah.
at a longer time frame, these zones are important as if like are these are the major key zones to buy in at, but whole time like I said, these are dips. All of these is damn this is I feel like anywhere but below these lines, this was discounted prices. But like I said, anywhere here and here, this for sure. Like you're damn near getting in when before we knew that Bitcoin was gonna make it to 100K. So keep that in mind. The fact that if it's still making these lows, but looking at these legs after these lows that it made, this leg here, it never. This is the second part. This is the first part of the leg that it retraced. This is the second part of the leg. It's the initial part of the leg. So like I said, you always gotta be aware of where it can retrace to. But like I said, like I said, this longer time frame. So overall, if you know what you know, you do your research. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm not saying buy in. I'm not saying sell. All I'm saying is you in position. But not for real. Just be aware of that. Same thing with like Solana, like you know what I'm saying, just mark out your areas that it can respect from, but also knowing that in these areas that's where you're gonna get your major price movements is either gonna reject or respect. I always remember supply demand, reject, respect. You know what I'm saying? Just keep it like that. And then like I say if it's green, if it's respect, it's gonna buy you. If it's green and it rejects and it keeps breaking through, okay, we're gonna see it's selling. You know what I'm saying? Vice versa on the way up. You know what I'm saying? On the way down. If it's red, we're selling down. If it break through and it's red, we're gonna switch it to green. It's buying up now. That's a new zone that we're gonna buy from. Oh, let me see. Let me see. Okay, now this was Nash from the other day. Um, caught it literally right on the open of Monday. So, and it was just a whole. But I'll show you my zones that I have marked out. So these two blue lines here, this is just marking out the London session. And I was just kind of just doing like a demonstration during this time. But I seen, like I said, when price New York session open, price gave this strong bearish move. Okay, like I said, from this zone, this could be the zone that it can respect from and continue buying from. But if it sells, it's gonna come back into this zone. And then, like I said, you just mark out your zones. Um, like I said, sold here, rejected off of here, and didn't really give a too strong of a breakout. But like I said, just came, retrace a little bit, you know what I'm saying, gathered a little bit of people, continue down, you know what I'm saying, to this next zone. Then it kind of played in between this zone and this zone. But like I said, still overall bearish. It's not really good. It's just retracing this leg here. So on this leg here, like I said, when y'all,
Like I said, I
I
still
have
got
my zones knowing that overall we're in a bearish market. Okay, I'm waiting until it gets to the certain zone again. And like I said, from this zone here, once it gets back, you're selling. So it gave a break and it came back and retested that and go down. So like I said, on a smaller time frame, this is literally showing a break and retest and then sell. Go ahead and literally show you what I'm saying. So like I said, this is the strong break. This is the retest. Respected it. And then like I said, it just continued on with this move. So like I said, that was a significant zone. So now let me see what I want to go over. If I just said from top down analysis for real. Oh, I was marking this up on the side. Um, some extra shit. I was just targeting certain highs or whatever. Like I said, it didn't really come here. It's on a it's on a bearish leg. This is the smallest retracement. But like I said, if I really watching this and trading this, I wouldn't let all this happen. I literally stopped looking at this yesterday. This was just like I said, a pre-markup. Um, all right, I'm gonna go. Okay, then like I said, it's crazy looking at US 30 and then seeing what Nas and HBS is doing. Like I don't know, to me that's just crazy. Like this shit is literally at the same price that this shit started at the open of. No, I ain't even gonna say the open. But yeah, like I said, it's just raining. It's just like what is this? I don't even know. But um, what I want to do, y'all throw me a pair just to start from the top. I'll do oil. I haven't looked at oil in a minute. I don't know what oils we're
yeah.
doing. All right, boom.
Look, we
So,
gotta get back to them oil guards,
oh
man.
God, I ain't gonna cap on my soul for
I'm just
real,
saying,
cause shit,
I'm just saying.
shit, yeah, it's still on here. It's still been on my thing, but you see this whole all at the bottom, like oil ain't getting no love. But let me throw on. So off rip, depending on what's going on, I'm gonna start from the daily. I'm gonna start from the daily or the weekly. Hold on, my phone.
Alright.
So overall, I'm gonna look at the daily or the weekly. I just want to see what the trend going. You know what I'm saying? Just seeing what overall what going on. So like I said, looking at this, I can see it's been bearish. Just looking at it like, but as you see these yellow lines, I'll mark out my highs and lows. Just seeing what overall trend is doing, highs and lows. I kind of see here, kind of respect. I damn near mark out this just to see what's up. Just to see, mark out your zones. Like I said, I also see where price has tapped into more than one time. So like I said, price came, rejected up here, one, two, three, four. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, from this move, it rejected off once, and then it just bought from there. So this will be I'll just put an area right here. I could be wrong, but like I said, I just want to see where price taps in more than one time, and seeing some type of significant move on a higher time frame. So like I said, knowing that this is the buy, like a buy area, I'm keeping it green because in this area I'm looking at for price to tap in here and just continue up. But seeing that momentum is slowing down, it's not creating new highs. You know what I'm saying? It's starting, it's lows, 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 lows. So that's giving me indication that shit, we could either continue selling off from this area, or we could, like say, just come back into this zone here and just buy off of it. But we finna break it down. All right, that's weekly. We're gonna go down to the daily. Boom. Let me see what's going. I might gotta change some things too. Boom. All right. And knowing that shit, this thing that right here, this is 2024. So none of the like this shit, none of this really matters. Let's go ahead and go to what really actually matters and what the price is at now. So as we can see it recently from the start of this year, that I already tapped this on and it's buying up. But also, like I said, I want to keep track of the lows that it's been making on the daily. So I'm gonna go to kind of significant. So I'm gonna go here. This is the next high from the zone that it's in, and also looking at the price here, it was buying, but see here, it sold. So now since it gave that break, what that is? Oh,
No, I just
that's your
I had some
what's the
theme
name? Alert.
I had nah, I had theme music in the back for you.
Oh yeah, nah, for real. I thought that was an alert. I was about to say, but so boom. So all right, this was a area that I would could look at buying from, but looking at it now, since it broke, it's been selling off from this area. But I got it trading in zone to zone. So looking at it now, this is the next high from this zone to this zone. But knowing that it just traded from this zone, this is the next zone that it's going to. So with me knowing that, but also knowing that this is the next high. So I'm gonna be looking at sales in this area. I wanted to respect here. It's been respecting these you know what I'm saying? It's been respecting these highs. I wanted to respect this one. Really, because it could come out and take this out respectfully, and this is the next high that it can actually respect. So like I said, just mark out your highs and lows. Just staying on top of the market on both sides, not just looking at one bias. You know what I'm saying? I used to start. That's kind of what I noticed. I noticed recently. That's what's been helping me. I look at buys and sells, not just okay. I'm bullish on here. I'm only looking for buys. Whole time, it's gonna buy up to the sell up to the buy. You just gotta know what it's gonna do. So with me knowing that, like I said, it's bullish moves right now, but also it's starting to slow down and potentially sales could be ready to come in. So let me go keep going down. So I go to the 4 hour. All right, boom. So now we see relatively equal highs. We know what them equal highs and equal lows gonna do. Like it's literally knowing what you learn, like the little basics, but just kind of putting it together and not overcomplicating it. So we know when it goes equal highs, equal lows, that shit gonna get taken out some way, somehow. You know what I'm saying? And literally, it just gave an equal high, but it rejected as soon as that second high was created. So what does that tell me? Oh, price could literally come into this space. Whole time this zone here has liquidity here, has the space. I trade looking at gaps still and zones. So within this zone, knowing that it's a space here, oh, okay, it could come tap into this space and zone, but respect it overall, have this high. Like I said, respecting this high and continuing down. So price can do whatever it can in this level, as long as it don't come out and break and close here and want to come into this next arrow here. I'm not tripping on it. But like I said, knowing that it made these extra these equal highs here, I know price can come in here. It's gonna come in here. It just came from those buys. This is next level liquidity. Price moves from liquidity to liquidity. Remember that. Boom. Coming here, knowing that it came, it can respect this high too. Make the equal high. Come out. Gave a bearish move here. No break though. It just gave a bear. It just gave a bearish move, a strong move. I'm not worried about it until it starts breaking a low. Once it breaks a low, then change what is it? Change the character. That's when that happens. So like I said, overall, we still bullish right now. Boom, your buy would have been here, came out rejected. This is your next level of significance, really. Like, you know what I'm saying? A buy zone. And then here, you got a level here as your buy zone. So let's go ahead. Yeah, huh? Hold on. Ah, these weeks here, they're still giving me bullish momentum. I'm looking at this area right here though. So like I said, right now it's a no trade zone. We're seeing what it's doing. We're low key trapping price. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, it's still a 4 hour chart. So this still can be, you can find moves within this. But like I said, overall, I'm looking at a bullish move into the bearish sell to catch a, you know what I'm saying, the 1 to 5s, or you know what I'm saying? Like you're gonna get a more probable setup waiting for, like I said, what the overall trend is doing. I said, boom, it came here. So yeah, I'm really just watching it. I would set my alert here. Boom. Somewhere in this area for real. But like I said, looking at this, it also didn't break that. So like I said, what is oil? Oil trades what London, New York. So like yeah, this is really setting you up for a New York trade. I'll be waiting to see, you know what I'm saying, what it does during London. London is probably just going to sell, create liquidity. It's probably going to play into this range, but like I said, when New York comes, I can see it coming here, tapping here, and continue, possibly, you know what I'm saying, given that some type of reaction here, and then, you know what I'm saying, for the sales. Let me go back out. Let me see what's going on. And like I said, you gotta play with all the time frames. But like I said, overall, we're bullish here. We broke this. I said, I ain't gonna cap to you. Let me see what's going. Yeah, okay, this is really just to change the character. Boom, respect to that. You know, we could ride the bulls. But like I said, knowing that it got these highs that it can respect here, looking at that, that's what I'm looking at. But like that, yeah, like right now, yeah, I would say ride bulls for the sales. Be looking for major sales. Let me see. It's my type. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm looking at that. Just seeing how it's respecting these highs right here. But yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I would want to see a test in this area here. Um, to sales. Let me see though. Go to something else. I just want to see what's going. I want to see if I can get an entry on GJ because this GJ just made a higher high. Just you know what I'm saying. So as you can see, once GJ makes some higher highs, them sales gonna come in like a mug. Uh,
Mhm.
to where you could catch a side, you could catch a decent move on this. So knowing that this, and as you can see, I got a lot of green boxes because it's bullish, bro. Like this shit has been making higher highs since October. I remember trading it was at 202 or 205 or something like that. And I was looking at trying to get into I probably was trying to sell it. While it was no, I was no, I probably was I was buying it for sure. But just knowing that um yeah, like I said, yeah, price was around 100, 200 when I was really just looking at it and it's been just making them highs. 208 was the actual over I think it was an all-time high break, you know what I'm saying? So off that break, it could definitely come back into this zone here. This one here. This will be one of the main ones that I look at. I'll put this over to ways. So boom, we gonna go ahead. I ain't gonna lie, looking at that shit, GJ for around could sell at least to this zone here.
Look like that's the play right now.
That's a play on God. Hold on, I was saying, hold on, let me go back. 'Cause I was looking at this morning. I was like, hold on, I'm gonna see if it respect
That's
this zone. But looking at it from here, it's gonna
correct.
sell. It's gonna sell from here. You feel me?
That's your second leg right there.
Yeah, on God. It already gave his first indication. Like I said, this was the break. It's the wick out on the like I said on the smaller time frame. It's gonna actually show you those candles, but like this shit might be on a 4 hour candle where it's wicked out right here. And like I said, we see how this sell was, but it just broke. It just took out this. So like I said, whole time this was my next. This is the one I just pulled out. So I could see it break. You know what I'm saying? Damn near coming into here and making that next leg to the buy. So from here, we can literally catch the top of this sell to the next leg on the buy if that's what it wants to keep doing. So let's go ahead and put in position. I ain't gonna lie, this the entry literally right now. Let me go to the 5 minute chart. Let me see. Let's get down for this.
See if she come back and touch that line one more time.
Let's try getting money. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. She fuck around, it would probably tap in like
Right there.
somewhere, yeah, literally somewhere in here. And this could be the snipe on catching that to ah.
Let me get that.
Let's go ahead. Let's go ahead. Let me see on the pull up. I'm gonna just put this arrow here because I just know that's the space. Just put this here. At that point, and my stop is damn near right there. I'm not even worried about all this.
Huh?
Yeah, respectfully. But also looking at it too, though, it ain't gonna cap. If it break this purple line, ugh, but this could be your London setup right here, and let it play throughout New York.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see where you been and who you been with, ho. What you talking about? All right, so boom, we see we see that it. We got these here. It just is tested in the zone and rejected off this zone, off this leg. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna just do it. It might not even come up here, but I'm gonna just do it.
Buys, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Buys into this zone here, but like I said, if it even come all the way up here, retrace here, it also could come. Yeah, but yeah, looking at it from where it's at right now, I'm looking at buys. But if it breaks this zone here, we selling. We gonna continue down to this zone here that I got marked out to these lows. So um. like I said overall, just looking at go to the higher time frame about 15 minutes. Yeah, it could then respect this and continue on the sales because it barely even retapped this entry. It just came back, you know what I'm saying, here. So it don't even have to give a strong pullback. Let me go ahead and go to a smaller time frame. So I would say I would have it respecting here. Have it respect here. Boom. And it didn't even break this high here. I didn't trade me, so yeah, ain't no cap. No trade zone, but like I said, if it get back in this zone off this rejection, I'll be looking forward to just continue breaking out and like I said, continue respecting these highs. But if it gives this break and retrace back up, it could come back up into here and sell from here. So right now, like I said, we're just waiting to see once it gets closer to those zones. The higher probability setup would be catching your sales here though. If it
Pretty
even
simple
comes
there.
on here, looking like it. It's looking like it. This is the next area for your sales to get in the hold back from this zone to this zone. You see what it does. See, let me see. I ain't gonna lie, it didn't even break this. It just wicked out of this zone. So just looking at that, just stand with it.
Mhm.
Just stand with it. It ain't no point of going against it, really. Just stand with it. Just knowing that it's in a zone to where if it come back and retrace there, it's gonna sell back from there. So yeah, just stand with it. Like I said, if it gives uh more bullish setup and it breaks, like I said, once it gives that break here, then that's what I'm looking at. Okay, it's gonna continue back up. All right, boom. We're gonna target this area. But like I said, it didn't even want to break this zone. Shit, it was scared. You see that wick? Um, and shit, yeah, that's the setup for London. Play it, wake up New York, come back. We're gonna see that shit all somewhere in here, maybe down here. Let's see what else. Yeah, I kind of went over everything that I normally be looking at, normally be trading. I said, okay, let's see what this doing. This was a zone I had it buying up from. Let's just see if it respects this zone. And yeah, they can buy up and to respect this level here and continue on that sell. Like I said, whenever you see these red horizontal lines, those are my low. Those are my areas if it breaks. So like I said, it gave a break, a retest, and it broke again. So it could give another retest and break. But knowing that this break and retest never broke this low, it might continue. It might actually, this could be the break and retest for it to continue up. You know what I'm saying? You gotta play both sides of the market. But also knowing what zone you're in. You see, yeah, Bitcoin. That's another fucking deal. Yeah. So I seen this. Shit, just just continue on. This is the initial play that I'm looking at. So uh this play ain't really initiating until 5 o'clock. But overall, this whole nightly move, all day, this shit been selling. So I could really move this select down here now. Cause that's TP1. It's TP2. That's at least 50%. You risk free right now. You just letting this shit hit TP and continue on down to 40K like we know it's gonna just CXRP. Everything else like stuff like this is just gonna kind of mimic your Bitcoins. You know what I'm saying? Your Solanas, your cryptos. But altcoins definitely get ready for the season to turn up. That's all I'm gonna say. Be ready. Uh, that's pretty much it. Let me see. Back here, over here. Like I said, looking at EU, it got these lows here. So really, instead of that red line, this could be this the low that I'm looking at. Also, not even being a low, this could be a buy zone as well. But like I said, just see this, just respecting it. It's closer to this buy zone here. So I don't even have to come all the way down here. It could just come here, respect these lows here, and continue up on a bullish move. Um,